Oh, I'm a gummy bear. Yes, I'm a gummy bear. Oh.
Hey guys, this is a Draw My Life of Asian Girl That Pees, and usually I make vlogs, but today I wanted to spice things up a little bit differently because, I just wanted you guys to know more about me and learn some things that you haven't learned yet. But this is only 83.48% accurate. And I'm sorry for the really bad drawings. This was my second time redoing this whole video, but please bear with me. Thank you. So I was born on December 20, 2005, on a Tuesday at 3 p.m. in Dallas, Texas. Yup, a baddie been raised and lived in Dallas. And I still do. But my parents loved me when I was little, especially my dad, because I was his only daughter. But whereas my mom, I'm her only and first child. So obviously two different dynamics going on here, but I'm always there for it. And my parents were always at work when I was little, so my grandma raised me for the most part when until maybe I was like 4. And I just remember her taking care of me, which is so cute. And then pre-K starts. Oh wait. Oh yes. So my parents went on a trip to San Jose and they dropped me in the airplane aisle, and apparently I was rolling down the aisle, which was crazy because I don't believe that. And every time they tell me that story, I don't believe them, but whatever. If it's true, it's true. Okay, now here's pre-K. So pre-K, didn't really remember most of it, but based on pictures, I was always dressing up as a Disney princess, like Cinderella, Sleeping Beauty, Snow White, all of them. It was pretty cute. Y'all should have seen it. Elementary school, sorry, don't remember that much, but I had a great group of friends, and to this day, I am still friends with most of them, to be honest. And also, I got bullied in elementary school like so badly. I brought dumplings once for lunch, and this girl that I thought was my friend literally like took the lunch out of my lunchbox and like threw it on the floor and laughed in my face. And I thought we were friends. I was so confused. So, Kaylin, if you ever see this, girl is on site still. Like, hello. Anyway, um, fifth grade, I started to learn how to play volleyball, and I eventually joined a team. But I was kind of confused with the concept of volleyball because I was like, how do I play? But my dad taught me a lot, and now I know so much about volleyball. And I'm pro. I'm going pro. I'm going to the Olympics actually. Y'all should see me. Middle school. Oh, yes. So when I was 12, my parents ended up separating and got divorced, and I live with my mom. So it was very hard for me, especially as a young, like, little girl. And I wasn't really close with my dad anymore, which was very sad for me. But in middle school, I had a lot of different aesthetics, but the one I remember the most was the Visco Girl era. This and I oop with a scrunchie and the Hydro Flask. I didn't have a Hydro Flask, by the way. This is also where quarantine started for me. So everybody was masked up and we only had Zoom. And I finished my 8th grade on Zoom and Google Classroom. Very demure. Oh my god, I'm sorry. Anyway, high school comes, and this is the summer before high school, but I was always on Roblox, and I made some internet friends based off on Roblox. I was always on Discord, and sorry, I'm not friends with any of y'all anymore, but it was good while it lasted. And it was the first time I went blonde, which is crazy. And make sure to mask up, guys, because it was crazy back in 2020. And then eventually I started, using Zoom for most of my classes. So low key, I was team hopping for a while for volleyball, but eventually in freshman year, I found the team. I actually loved playing with this team so much. I've been with them for 3 years now, but we ended up disbanding because I was with all like the upperclassmen and eventually they went to college, but they were actually like sisters to me. I loved them so much. And this is also where I had my first fully Asian friend group. Now this is like a canon event for all Asian people, but we basically it was kind of wholesome ish. I just remember we had this hangout where we went to this girl's house and we tried to study for like the biology EOC and we ended up just eating a whole bunch and we learned nothing. But it was fun and it was wholesome. I liked it. And then this is where I met my ex slash first boyfriend, which is crazy because before we even dated, he did play me really bad. Um, I'm sorry, it's not funny, but like, I was so, I don't, I wasn't thinking back in freshman year, but eventually, yep, we started dating. It was crazy. Yep, question mark, because how the hell do we get from here to there? So there's that. And I also started my first job as a scorekeeper for volleyball, which is really nice. Like, just a couple bucks here and there. It was actually like chillax. Sophomore year, I was currently living the best life. I had a boyfriend and I had a great group of friends. Like, I was kind of thriving ish. I wouldn't say that, but it was nice for a bit. And I had some money on the side too from all that scorekeeping, girl. Don't play with me now. Now, the summer after sophomore year was my downfall. So, oh, wait. Okay, so I did get a new job though. I ended up starting to work at Cane's, and I kind of still work. I don't know, but it was really nice. Like, I loved it kind of, except waking up at 7 in the morning just to open. This is also where my 1 year relationship ended. It kind of did end with, oh, damn, I can't speak. It ended at bad terms at first, but eventually we worked it out in the remix. Like, I'm chill, whatever. Um, there's no beef or anything. It was a mutual breakup at the end of the day. But do I regret making a lot of decisions? Yes, I did. I really did. Junior year, oh my goodness. So, my homecoming for junior year, I got I almost got jumped. It's not crazy from a girl I don't even know. So, we got beefs now. But I ended up getting her escorted out of the dance. It was just crazy because I'm not usually like a physical fighter. Like, I'll argue with you, but I'm not gonna fight you, girl. And then while I was working at Cane's, I this is where I found my first girlfriend, my last girlfriend. Let me tell you that. 2 months later, ended. Like, it wasn't a myth. They were really right about like first, like, women, ex-women relationships. Shit. But I was severely depressed, not because of the breakup, because I just wasn't in the best mental state at the moment. I was very depressed in junior year. So I would dye my hair a lot, and I was just in my own bubble, but I got better. I got better. And then eventually, the summer before senior year, I met the best group of people at work, aka Botswana. Shout out Botswana if y'all are watching this. Y'all are eating it up, and we still are so close to this day, but this is my little diverse friend group. I actually love them so much. Y'all, if y'all ever get a new job, please make friends with your coworkers because you never know what could happen. Now, senior year of high school, I loved going to the football games. Even though I went to three max, it was still very fun. And y'all know Texas, we get big with them football games. I'll tell you that. And I was always on dress code. Like, I knew if it was like jungle theme, I'll wear camo or that sort of stuff. And this also, oh yeah. So I got caught sneaking out for the first time. It's at 2 a.m. My mom, you know, blowing up my phone, and I was like on the way to a house, maybe. I don't really remember. I was scared as hell, and I did get really bad consequences. I had no car, no phone, no nothing, and I had to go live with my dad. And this is also where I first started therapy because it was like literally brain altering. Y'all, do not sneak out if you know you're gonna get caught. Like, look, I'm crying, but eventually I got all that back within a week, so we're good. And then, yeah, just basically made a lot of money, hung out with my friends a lot too. I had an okay senior year, and I also graduated, period. Hello, give me that GED, give me that high school diploma. I think I was at my peak when I graduated high school. I'm like, yes, like I can finally, conquer bigger and better things. And I was right. Hello. And then the summer before college, like I said, just working a shit ton. And then I also committed to college and just had, my fair shares. Also, I turned 18 like in the winter of my senior year, so I just had my, fun. So freshman year, this is where I first moved in my dorm. I had like a suite kind of thing, so it was nice having kind of my own room, I guess, but sharing a bathroom. And I made my group of friends. It was very nice. We had made a lot of memories together, and we went to a lot of parties too. And I was really good at this one particular party sport. Y'all know what it is? Blank pong god right here. Yep, you talk. I'm talking about me. And then eventually, like in the middle of fall semester, I got something traumatizing happened to me, and I didn't know how to cope with it. And it took me a long time to get over it, and a good amount of therapy sessions. But eventually, I got over it in February. So if y'all see someone struggling that you're close with, please reach out. Also, this is my first time traveling alone. I went to my friend's college, which is 4 hours away from my college, and I was sitting next to a criminal that literally just got out of jail. Like, that was crazy. I was telling everyone about that story. Oh, I sat next to a criminal in the bus while going to so and so's college. Like, isn't that crazy? And I was hearing all the stories too. Oh, yeah, here's me having fun at my friend's college. I'm like, yay! What's this drink? Oh, that's not. Okay, I've had bad moments, but this one was genuinely my worst. Like, oh my god, like I was not feeling okay. I was so dead. Anyway, then, my mom starts calling me on the phone more and she's like, "I miss you." And then sometimes she'd be crying too, and I feel so bad because she would be home alone since I was gone for college. And my grandma was also getting older at the time too, so I wanted to spend more time with her as well. So I made the decision of transferring out of that college and going to one that was near my home. But this one was kind of harder to get into. So I was kind of like scared because I was like, what if I don't get in? Like, I'm going to disappoint everybody. And what do you know? I got admitted. Hashtag, okay, I'm not going to say, I'm not going to say my college name. But anyway, so yeah, that was kind of an adrenaline rush. And then by April, I had 5 tattoos. So they're all not in timeline order, but the first one I drew is on my thigh. Second one is a tramp stamp. Third one's on my collarbone. Fourth one's on my sternum. Fifth one's on my waist. And obviously, they're not accurately drawn as well. I'm sorry. I'm not an artist, but I tried. I tried, but yeah, for now, I think I'm gonna take a break with all the tattoos. And then once I get a little bit more money, I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. Because my sternum hurts so badly, actually. And then we go into summer of 2025. This is where I said goodbye to my girl Angela in my last vlog. It's very sad every time I watch. I'm like, bro. I rate my freshman year 7 out of 10. I did, have some heartbreaks and some fallouts, but at the end of the day, I made a lot of memories with a lot of people. And then I eventually moved back at home. And I'm gonna be here for like the next 3 years. Like, are you kidding me? But it's fine. But now I'm looking forward to upgrading my YouTube channel more and getting my play button. I think my diamond play button's about to come in next week soon. And I want to get more money as well. So I'm trying to work a lot. And then I'm also trying to go out with friends in the city, taking pics, whatever. And this is the I've like attempted, I think, 3 or 4 times drawing a sunny angel. I was literally looking at the sunny angel right next to my whiteboard. And I'm like, bro, how am I supposed to draw this? I tried my best, y'all. I swear. So, more sunny angels, and last but not least, more love. But that is it for the Draw My Life, and I apologize deeply that I could not remember anything that happened for me from ages 0 to 10. But I hope y'all enjoyed it. And I hope you guys enjoyed my bad drawings, but also got to know me more. Okay, that's it. Also, here's Asian Girl That Pees drawing. Okay, bye. Love you.